Y'all, I'm back again. I went for my walk. I feel a little bit better that I went for my walk, but I was watching. I don't know if you guys watch Ask Nathaniel. I think that's his YouTube name or whatever. But I was watching one of his live streams, and he was talking about men that don't approach women in person are lames, because they said that if you try to get at chicks on online dating sites, but you don't try to approach them in person, then you're corny. And I can wholeheartedly agree with that, because a lot of times I be out and about. Now I'll get dressed up and dolled up and go out. But I'm like, for the most part, I'm dressing for myself. But at the same time, I'm looking to catch bait, if that's what you would call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for, you know, a male admirer. I want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what it is, but men don't approach women no more. And I understand why they don't approach women, because they say that, um oh it's creepy, or a lot of women were complaining about sexual harassment. But I feel like if you approach a woman in the right way and you're not disrespectful with it, and you know how to take rejection, a woman's not going to have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a problem with being approached by a man, even if he is ugly and not my type, as long as he approaches me respectfully. And I'm not to say that I have to give him my number or whatever, but if I can politely reject him, or say that, I'm not interested, I have a man, make up a lie, whatever, if I'm not interested. But the only problem women have with being approached is the men that don't know how to approach them respectfully. And when they get turned down, they get disrespectful, and they call a woman all out her name. And it can be scary if a man doesn't know how to take rejection. But I like meeting men in person. I like being approached by a man, because I feel like men treat you better in person when they meet you, when they approach you, than opposed to being online. Because when you meet men online, I'm not saying that you don't have, you can't meet a decent man online, but majority of them are creepy. Majority of men online are creepy, and they're just looking for sex or whatever. But this day and age, most men don't approach women. And I understand the reasons why they don't or whatever. And, they say that women have resting bitch face, but a lot of people say I have a resting bitch face. But I can't help it most of the times. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that my face is or whatever. But um, I could just wholeheartedly agree with him, because I respect a man that has the balls to come up to a woman and approach them or whatever. And that's not on no crazy, lame, disrespectful shit. A man that knows how to, respectfully approach a woman. But nowadays, most men do not do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard to meet men. It's kind of hard to meet men when they don't want to approach women in person, and you have to make an online dating site, just to meet men. And I really I don't like meeting men online, because I want to be courted respectfully. I want to be taken on a date. I want to have a good time. I don't want it to be on no play for play shit, like, or no, okay, I'm just hitting you up because I want sex, so I'm only going to take you out on a date because I expect sex afterwards. I don't like that. And I know that if a man asks me out on a date online, he expects sex afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, because I've had experiences like that with online dating, where they took me on a date, and I wasn't trying to give up my cookies or whatever. And he said, well, why did you bother meeting up with me? Why would you go on a date with me if you wasn't going to have sex with me. So, I'm very iffy about the online dating thing. And but I feel like a real man, a gentleman, has no problem approaching a woman. But I guess approaching women is just not the thing to do nowadays. And it's hard because I see a lot of men, a lot of nice, good-looking men all the time. Just that just be out and about, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna approach him or anything like that. Like, that's not ladylike for a woman to approach a man. But I see a lot of nice dudes, that be out and about, and I don't know their situation. I don't know if they're single, married, or whatever, or if they're looking for somebody. But I just think to myself, like, especially when I'm, dressed nicely and I got my makeup on, I'm just ready to go, whatever. I just think to myself, wow, it would be nice, to be approached, by a man, that's willing to take me on a date or whatever. But, men are just not doing that no more. I just don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. If you guys come across this video, let me know why men are not approaching women no more. Besides the obvious reason that women are bitches or whatever. And I understand that, but I try my when I'm out in public, I try my best to not look stuck up and mean or whatever. But like I said, a lot of times it's just hard because it's just my regular face expression, and I'm just tired of going online just having to meet men or whatever. Um, and I don't know, like, I don't know. Instagram is different. I feel like with Instagram is kind of harder because I feel like men are looking for Instagram model types on Instagram. So I feel like if you don't fit a certain type of look, then you're not going to have men in your DMs like that compared to a dating website or whatever. But I feel like on Instagram, men are looking for a certain type of woman that looks a certain type of way. Or if you have like a big enough profile, you're not going to have DMs or whatever. Like, I don't get a lot of DMs or whatever because I don't have a big following for one, and I don't really post on Instagram like that. But I posted a couple of pictures on there just the other day because I took some nice pictures, so I posted them on Instagram or whatever. But I don't really have a big Instagram following besides from like a couple of friends and that I grew up with, and people, family members, some family members that that I know, that follow me on Instagram. So but yeah, like, y'all men, y'all gotta start approaching women now. Like, it makes me feel good. It, like, so it's, a lot of times I sound like, damn. I say to myself, like, damn, am I attractive? Am I ugly? Like, why am I not being approached? I would like to be approached, by a man. You know what I'm saying? And I see so many good looking men just out and about, and I'm just like, why aren't they approaching women anymore? Like, people just don't know how to socialize anymore. I don't know what it is. They don't know how to socialize. When nobody wants to talk face to face anymore. Everything has to be online, and it's just so unnatural. Like, even though I'm not much of an outgoing person, like, for the Father's Day barbecue, it was a lot of people that came, and I saw a lot of handsome men that came, and it just felt good. They came up to me and they spoke to me. They said, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" This, that, and the third, and it just felt so good. I don't know, I don't know, to just have men recognize you. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of women will say that they don't like attention, most of us, we like male attention, but it's a thin line between that because we like male attention from men that we find attractive or whatever, but we don't like it from any man. I'm going to be honest. I like male attention from men that I find attractive, but y'all have to start approaching women because I think that's the reason why a lot of women are bitter these days or got scowls and attitudes and stuff because they're not being approached. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to always meet a man online or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to be outgoing. Learn how to talk to women out. But thanks for watching.